Hi friends, want to talk today about jump rings and really the best way to open and close jump rings because I think sometimes it can be a little confusing and I have spent a lot of time and dollars buying jump rings and figuring out that they don't work and all that fun stuff. So I have a bunch of jump rings here. These are the ones I use most often, 4, 6, and 8 millimeter. These are in an antique silver finish, and these are heavier gauge jump rings, like 20 gauge, which is what I prefer to use. If you can open and close a jump ring with your fingers, it's probably too delicate to use in your work, and it's going to open up and your charms and things may fall off your earrings or necklaces, and certainly your bracelets. You want to use on bracelets the heaviest gauge jump ring you can, because wrists have a lot of movement throughout the day and the jump ring will open up if it's not a heavy gauge. I also have these really fun multicolored jump rings. These are a 1.2 millimeter thick jump ring. These are a 10 millimeter and these are an 8 millimeter. These are a little bit wonky, so I'm going to show you how to open and close them properly and some tricks that you can use if your jump rings are not doing what you need them to do. All right, friends, so I have some pieces that I've laid out with my jump rings. And the first thing I want to mention is that you're going to need two needle nose pliers. These are specifically for jewelry, so they do not have any texture on the inside, but we're going to use these pliers in a back and forth motion to open and close the jump rings. So this piece has a jump ring on it already, which I'm going to remove. So I'm going to apply pressure on both sides of the opening of the jump ring with my pliers and then move in opposite directions to open it. And then I'm going to use this fun colored jump ring. Again, these are not the highest quality jump rings, so there's an overlap in the opening, which we're going to try to rectify as we open and close it. There are jump ring tools that you can buy. I've not had any luck with them. I have found that this technique is always the best. So I'm putting pressure on the ring in opposite directions to close it. And this one closed pretty evenly. Again, this is a 1.2 millimeter. This is a 10 millimeter size jump ring, but the wire is 1.2 millimeters. So I believe that's a 21 gauge wire. So I am really fastidious about how my jump rings close. I want them closed evenly. So I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. Here's another one. I'm going to put a funky jump ring on this. Key ring. So I'm just going to clasp the jump ring with both tools, move in opposite directions to open that. St. Jude. All right, and again, you can see there's a little bit of overlap here, so I'm going to try to move the jump ring so that it closes pretty evenly. I'm going to smush it without kind of messing up the coating on the wire, which I think is just not even a powder coating. I think it's just paint. Okay. Use this jump ring that's already open for this little bird charm. And again, back and forth motion. Typically, I'll hold the jump ring steady with my left hand and use my right hand to move back and forth. Give it a little pinch. And that will prevent your jump rings from opening. This one is a really great thick jump ring, but it's actually too small for me. Oh my gosh. Ooh, this one is tough. Oh, wow. So I'm going to use this jump ring. This is an extra thick jump ring that I got. I got these at Hobby Lobby. Opening it. These are all vintage charms and key rings that I have found, or keychains that I have found in my travels. This is a Swarovski crystal. So the other thing that I want to mention is that these are this is pretty thick. So you need a large jump ring in order to loop it through this hole, unless you want to do some sort of a wire wrap, which I don't in this case. So again, I have the 10mm jump ring. I'm going to have to open this pretty wide to hopefully get it through, and that might not even work. Is this a 10mm jump ring? Let's see. Again, these are not the best jump rings, so there might be some size differential between them. I'm going to kind of finagle it through the pendant. I don't want to take that finish off. And let's see if we can get this to close using the pendant itself as leverage. And we did, but you can see it's still a little wonky looking, which is okay. The jump ring won't open, but it's not, I don't like that look, so I'm going to try to push it back through the pendant. And then using my tools to kind of straighten out. There we go. So fun. Jump rings can be annoying, but once you know how to use them properly, they're a lifesaver.